Right, hello everyone, welcome back to another one of our motorhome vlogs. We just got back from a nice little weekend away down in Horam. So Horam's a place in East Sussex, which is just not below Tunbridge Wells area and Eastbourne, so it's not far from Eastbourne really. Nice little area, and we stayed in a place called Manor Country Park, which is a nice little campsite with some excellent toilets and a restaurant and everything on site, which I'll show you a little review in that in a couple of minutes. About Friday night when we turned up around the site, we went for a little pub, and then on Saturday we followed what's called Cuckoo Trail, almost to Eastbourne. Didn't get quite to Eastbourne, but got on the outskirts of Eastbourne. All of this will be on my blog. If anyone wants to follow the routes, if you ever use View Ranger, or if you go on View Ranger and log it and register with View Ranger, you'll be able to see the links that I've done on my blog. And now that means you'll be able to download it to your device, like on a mobile phone, and you can just follow along the route if you want to follow that way, if you haven't got the Ordnance Survey maps. We did most of the route on Saturday down to Eastbourne using Cuckoo Trail, but on the way home, which you'll see in a minute in a review, we decided to take a different route back because we wanted to get up to a pub called the Gun Inn. So we didn't want to follow down the A22, so we zigzagged up a little bit using some of the country roads, which are really quite safe, and we felt very easy, which got us to the Gun Inn, which is 1.8 miles away from the actual campsite that we're staying at, where we had a burger and a beer. And this pub is really nice and very popular, so if you do want to go there, they do good food events during the week as well, like steak nights and lobster night and stuff. So it's a really good place, but it's very popular, so you might need to book. We're lucky we got a table, just about lucky got a table in there. And it's only 1.8 miles to the campsite, so even if you don't want to do the Cuckoo Trail and everything else, you might want to check out this pub. It's one of the best ones I think in the area. Anyway, I'll leave you now with the review, but before I go away, please give us a subscribe on my YouTube channel if you're watching and you like these videos, because I'm trying to get my subscribes up, and YouTube are getting a bit funny about if you don't get enough subscribes, they start to get a bit funny about keeping the accounts running. So I want to keep as much going as I can, so to keep me doing these videos, please give us a thumbs up and a subscribe. It doesn't cost much to do a subscribe, and if you haven't got an account, just set one up and just hit the subscribe button. Anyway, I'll leave you now with the review and see you later. Right, so as you can see, the site is quite a large site with a lot of hard standing. Lovely little site, and you get quite a bit of space around your van. As you can see with our van sat now, we can easily get an awning up around here and stuff. On site obviously you get your electric, but I'll just show you around this side. And it also gives you water facilities, so you've got a water tap down the bottom here, just to show you, which is quite nice to have. So this is the toilet block, which is right next to us, luckily. It's quite a modern toilet block, brilliant showers, and it's quite nice and clean and everything, so it's really nice if you're out for your walks or cycling to come back to some nice hot showers. It has a reception up the top here, which has a little shop which sells some normal knick-knacks, convenient stuff that you might have run out on. And then this is the entrance that we come in on. On the right is the entrance coming in, which is quite off the main A roads, it's easy access, and the left, which we'll go down there, go down to the lakeside restaurant. If you're interested in fishing, a couple of fishing places. There's one of the fishing ponds, and I believe that this is the one on the right, showing you here, is also a fishing pond. And following on further, we walk up now to the lakeside restaurant, which we had a burger and a pint of speckled hen, nice pint of beer and an excellent burger. But a very popular place, so it's very busy this time for lunchtime, so you might want to probably book or get up there as early as possible. But it's a nice restaurant with nice views around the site. Right, so the Friday night we're going on a bike ride. We went down to the main town, which we followed through. The town has the fish and chip shop, co-op and a butcher's, and some other bits and pieces through the local little town, but I don't believe there's no pub that we could see within this little town, but there is quite a few pubs around. We followed down through here and took the first right, which then takes us down to the Cuckoo Trail. Over the left there, as we're cycling down, you can see there's a co-op on the left, which is quite a fancy co-op. So now we're joining the Cuckoo Trail. This is not the beginning of it, this is right a little further down from the main entrance that we're going to do tomorrow. So we just show you that through here it's great for cycling, it's good for dog walking in general, as you can see the horse riding. So we took this left up here rather than following the Cuckoo Trail all the way down. This took us up to Horam Beach Lane, where we turned left and went down to Laundry Lane and followed the road mainly, which took us all the way down to a pub called the Boers Arms. So although these are roads, these are country roads, it wasn't very busy, so we felt quite safe cycling along most of these roads. And then this has been Laundry Road, where we followed it right up. It's uphill, this one, it's quite a big hill, which pulled us into the Boers Arms, which do a nice pint of beer for a bit of refreshment before we take our cycle route back. Going back home, we went back down the hill and we took a right instead of following it straight down and up, and we ended up at a vineyard. It was Vine Cross Road, but it means we got down to the Hidden Spring Valley vineyard, where we popped in to say hello. They do wines, you can try the wine out there, obviously do a tour of the vineyard if you want to, so it's a great place to pop into and visit while you're down this way. And then it's back to site for something to eat, and the evening was over really. So the next day we went off to the Cuckoo Trail. Alright, so you can see this is up the old Horam station, which has still got the old train station signs and the platform that's running alongside there. And this would have been the old arch bridge where the trains would have gone under, for the old steam trains. And we're going to be following the old cycle route, which is straight down there, which is going to, what's the next place? Horam. So we'll see what it's like down at Horam, but I'll put the GoPro on down there. Alright, so we've been cycling about a minute, which is not long, just down nice flat tracks. This is great for anyone that likes nice flat tracks cycling. Gone through a couple of bridges as well, or one bridge down there, which is an old railway bridge. And just to let you know, along the route there is parked picnic benches, like this one here. So you can always bring your lunch and have a picnic along the route. So along the route, which you can see all around us, there's woodlands around. This part is private, but some parts aren't. So if you are walking down it, 'cause it's a walking route, horses, cycling, all the rest of it, it's a great place to come just to take dogs for a walk and let them run around the woods, or children. Anyway, alright, so this is where we come to a T-junction. You can go right there to Hellingly Church, or you can go left to Parkwood and Woodlands Walks, which is both cycle routes. I'm assuming you can go straight on. This is Hellingly. So we started up here at Horam, and we cycled all the way down here to Hellingly, and then we're going to carry on down to
Go back up.
Oh, we're going to Horam, so we're not going to go all the way. You could go all the way down to Polegate, which and further on, which we might do one day, but that's what we can do. That's what the route. Alright, so we just stopped off at another nice little spot. This looks like one of the old semaphore signals, I think. I'm going to look this up. You can see it's a nice area. It's a nice day so far as well. Another park bench with the old railway stock wheels. Right, so not going to Horam now. We're going to follow the Route 21 down to Cuckoo Trail. So we come to the end here, where we can go left to Polegate.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's Horam.
Yeah, it is.
So we're going to do a left, but the cycle route seems to have stopped now. So this is the end of this, what's supposed to be a cycle route. There's one down there, isn't it? Straight on. So where it was over there, we got a bit lost because no signs. You just follow the car park around to your left, and you'll come across the signs where it says the Cuckoo Trail, where you do a right and you can carry on down to Polegate. And we've just done that turning. See other bikers along here. Alright. And then this brings you back off the road, back onto the trail. Yeah, it's a nice little park there, feeding the ducks on the left. Right, so that brings you through that housing point, and then we're back onto the normal Cuckoo Trail, which we were doing earlier. That part of the town at Horam town. Here we go, down over one of the main A roads now, and this would have probably been us in our camper van last weekend, coming back to Dawlish. Instead, we're on one of the bridges. Right, so we carried on, and we're on the road now, following the sign. Let's get across this main road, traffic lights to get across, but if you follow all the blue signs, you should get back onto the main cycle route. It's well signed so far. Over there is the railway, the original railway. No, not the original railway, the new railway. Very windy, probably won't hear a word I'm saying. The mountains at the back there. And 3 miles now to the sea, Eastbourne, which we'll carry on to. So we carried on a little bit further to the end of the Cuckoo Trail we're getting to, and then from there I think it's about 3 miles to Eastbourne Beach, which if the weather stays like this we might push on and see the sea. Alright, so we got to the end of the Cuckoo Trail and we're on the edge of Eastbourne. We could carry on to the beach, but realistically today we haven't got enough gear to keep going on really. Protection for the bikes, and it's a long walk back, so it goes wrong. So we did a left hand turn, which I'll show you on a map, following this path down. This should bring us to a pub where we'll probably have one drink, toilet break, and then we'll head halfway back and get some lunch on the way back. and we'll see how we get on. My battery's running low on the GoPro as well, so we probably won't be doing much more video. Alright, so when you get out here on the main road, do a left or a back further back, you come to the Premier Inn, the Hungry Horse. If it's open, might get something, but I don't think it'll be open. But if you're cycling down this way during the day, you can obviously stop here for refreshments. So we turn back from that Premier Inn, which you saw earlier on, and we headed back. We're at Horam now, where we're walking up to the main town, see if we can find somewhere for refreshments and a toilet break. So this is Horam town centre.